Good evening and welcome to Day 2 of the 2010 Division III Softball National Championship at Carson Park in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. In today's second winner's bracket game, the East Texas Baptist Tigers defeated Christopher Newport University Captains by a score of 4-2. Here with us now to discuss the game representing East Texas Baptist is head coach Janae Shirley, senior pitcher Erica Henderson, senior center fielder Portia Harrison. Coach Shirley, let's start by having you talk about today's game overall.
I think today's game was a perfect example of what the girls have done throughout the regional tournament, and yesterday too. They battled the whole entire game, and they knew coming into this weekend that they had to do that, and they did a great job of it.
Portia, I just wanted to ask you, you used your speed twice tonight to really make a difference. You scored from second on that single, and then you beat out that infield hit, which allowed the insurance run. Just talk about your speed and how you try to use that element of your game, out on the field.
As far as speed, I just try to run out every play as hard as I can, because you never know what can make a difference in the game. If you slack off any play, you never know, that can be an out. So I just try to run my hardest every time to be safe.
I'll kind of ask Coach Shirley that too. Just talk about her speed and that element and how she's able to bring it to the field and improve your team.
Well, Portia's definitely one of those kids that her speed adds something to our team that a lot of kids don't have. In the outfield, she's been able to cover a lot of ground and make some huge plays for us. Offensively, she's done a great job. She's one of those kids that can score from first base on a base hit, which is huge. Huge when you get a base hit and you can score, in that situation. So it's definitely helped out our team.
Erica, if you could talk about, you pitch a good game tonight. You get pulled and there's a couple people on base and you have Alicia going in. What were your thoughts at that point?
Oh, every game, I know that Alicia has my back. I know that she's definitely the pitcher that can come in and finish the game at any time for me. So I know that she's always there for whenever I need her.
All three of you can kind of add to this. You guys are the lowest seeded team left in this tournament. You're able to, keep this thing going. Talk about what it feels like now to have a chance to play. For a chance to play in the national championship game tomorrow.
I'll start on that one. Both these kids right here are seniors. They're not ready to be done yet. Both of them have done great things for our program, and I think they're really excited about leaving their mark and being a big part of what puts ETBU on the map as far as the softball area. And they've done a great job, and they're fighters. They're ready to win it all.
I just think no matter what seed you are, no matter what seed you come in, I think it's who wants it more and who fights for it more, and that shows in the end who wants it more.
She pretty much said it all. Yeah, it really doesn't matter what place you come in, like what seed you come in the tournament. It matters where you leave the tournament and what place.
I'll ask this one to Portia and Coach. You guys struggled to start the game yesterday, got things going offensively late in the game, and you were able to kind of keep that momentum going early today. Just talk about that if you would.
I just think yesterday's game was the first game coming into World Series, and it kind of hit me as I got on the field in my first at-bat that, hey, I am at the World Series. And today's game, the nervousness was all out, and I just came to play, and it showed today.
Coach, tomorrow's tomorrow, but you faced Linfield in the regionals last year in Marshall. They came back and got you with a couple of runs late to steal one in your backyard. How much do you think back to that game and with some of the girls in preparation for tomorrow's game with the Wildcats?
Well, I think we definitely have to be prepared for them. They're a great team. Definitely offensively, they're a great team. Our pitchers will be on their game. If they throw like they're capable of throwing, which I'm confident that they'll do that, then we'll be fine.
Erica, last night you came in and dominated in a closing role. You had 4 of your 7 outs came on strikeouts, and then today 8 strikeouts of the 17 outs that your team recorded while you were pitching. What do you feel makes you so difficult to make contact against?
I've always been told that my spin is very difficult to hit. Even if they do hit it, it's just going to be a little dinker, like right to first base or third base, because they barely hit it off the end of the bat. But I definitely have a lot of spin on the ball, and I've always been told that, and it's just hard to hit, I guess.
How much does stamina become an issue for your pitching staff right now as the tournament goes on?
Well, since there's only 2 of us, it definitely, each one of us need to be ready, and we've practiced this all year that, we know that there's just 2 of us, and we got to keep the stamina up just to fight through the game.
Coach, the run in the bottom of the 6th gave your team a 2-run lead. Talk about the importance of the so-called insurance run.
Well, I think that just allows our pitchers to be able to throw the game that they're capable of throwing. That was definitely huge for us. We knew that every opportunity that we had to score, we needed to do that. Christopher Newport's a great team, and we had to do everything we could to score as many runs as possible.
Coach, if you could talk about Alicia tonight, that she came in kind of a tough spot, got out of that jam, and then she was pretty flawless there for the last 2 innings or so.
Well, something that I love about Alicia is that she's a competitor. She wants to win and she wants to fight, and regardless of, you know, the night or the situation that she comes in, she's going to give us everything that she's got. And I think, you know, like Erica said earlier, something that they've done all year is they worked really well together. They have each other's backs, and that's something that's worked well for us, and, you know, they've done a great job of that the past couple of games.
Coach, clearly you're playing good softball right now, but what's one area you're going to focus on for your team to improve heading into tomorrow's matchup?
Well, like I said earlier, you know, everybody knows that Linfield is dominant offensively, and we've got to do everything we can to, you know, help them out. Something that's going to be important for us is defensively to make sure that we're getting the outs that we're capable of getting, you know, helping our pitchers out as much as possible. And then also offensively, you know, doing the things that we need to do to score some runs.
Thanks, Coach Shirley, Erica, and Portia, and good luck tomorrow. With today's win, East Texas Baptist will move on to the final winners bracket matchup against the Linfield Wildcats.